Hi, I'm Vishal. I'm a partner in Leicester, and I'm doing a fundraising campaign at the moment to work with charities based in the UK. I've got a team that we've just changed with, and it's actually quite appropriate that we're running this topic because we've actually been travelling quite a lot recently to learn about new divisions and changing division as well in the last sort of few months or so. I'll be talking about stage 3+, travelling tips and networking, how to set up a road trip for educational purposes, and visiting another office as well. There's two types of offices that you might visit. One's a brand new office that needs help and support, where you're going there to help out and support. I'm going to be talking more based on how to go there to learn, so you're focusing on just a leader going to the average office already performing. How I start almost everything I do is three P's: having presence, purpose, and patience with each of the three of them. And everything you do, as long as you have the patience involved in making sure you know that whatever you want to achieve won't happen straight away. You've got to put the work in, and gradually, the results will kind of follow through. So patience is vital, and that kind of goes through with everything from building someone in your team to whatever. Purpose, have an intention, a goal in mind that you want to achieve. Smart goals and those ideas are really good to put together. If you have a purpose with it, you'll know what you want to achieve, so you're more patient towards that one aspect of it rather than trying to do everything at once. And the main thing is presence. Whatever you are doing, do it full-heartedly, give it 100% or nothing at all. So it's the one way I think about it first of all, to break down how I'm going to tell you guys what to do. What I do first of all is, before you go to any office, make sure you know people who are there. So for example, if you're working with an owner who's in the city that you're going to, make sure you know where they are. It helps massively. When you go with your team, for example, say if you're leading the trip, if you're going with your team and the owner knows who you are, they shake your hand and say, "Hi Vishal, welcome to my office." Your team sees you in a better perception. They already think that you're going there as a leader, and they feel welcome to follow you. Other high rollers that you want to work with, have an agenda. Talk to them weeks in advance. Arrange calls with your team as well. The last thing you want your people to do is just go there following you. If they feel that they've built a relationship with the person who they're working with, they'll get more out of it. Plus, on a personal level, on evenings or in the mornings, they can hang out, have breakfast meetings, dinners, go to a bar with them, and really network and get to know the person's actual story. Because really, what I find is when I travel to offices, I find that people are more than just 3 steps, 5 steps, 8 steps. I want to get to know someone's personality. I want to see if their stories are similar to people in my teams, and what their lifestyle's like, what they like doing, what's their why. And these are things that really retain people within your teams. So if you're going on your own or with a group, make sure they have an agenda and set them up in advance. How I set them up in the first place is conference calls. That'd be a good way of doing it. Arrange a topical call for one of the high rollers in the offices you're traveling to run a sales topic. I have another leader who's promoted someone recently from a topic on how they promoted them. Have a brand new person talk about what's going well for them. So the people in your team who are listening to the calls start learning that there's a network available. Then when they do travel there, they've got real life faces to put to what they've learned in the last few weeks. And it's important people take you seriously as well, so when you do have an agenda, tell them all what we're doing there. Our objective is to go and steal these pieces of information. We're going to go there, and I always talk about it in kind of like a soldier sort of way. I'm going to go there, infiltrate, I'm going to come back, and either come back with ideas that I love, and I think, bloody hell, these are really good, or I'll come back and think my office is amazing, I appreciate where I am. There's either or, heads or tails, and you've got to come back with either kind of idea. You might find people in your team may like some parts about it, want to bring it back as well. That's where you're going there. You want to have their eyes open, so they're alert to everything that seems different and new. And that way they're always switched on. When you're there, make sure you work with the right people as well. Your presence in any circumstance will mean that you have to be very smart on what you want to achieve. Make sure the person you want to work with is free. The last thing you want is for you to turn up on their doorstep, and the people you want to set your guys up are on road trips, so they're new person heavy. So when you go there, you're not getting your actual results taken seriously, and you'll come back empty-handed, and then your guys might be turned off from the whole idea of traveling in the first place, because it's just a cost to them, cost away from their family, friends or whatnot, just negatives and no positives. So make sure you're securing their time on the trip as well. Don't be afraid to invest time. Sometimes you go on a road trip, you just want to go there, you've got your break even to hit normally and that sort of stuff as well. Make sure when you're going somewhere, you're not going there after having a really tough week. Make sure you've got money saved up in the bank, so when you are with someone who's doing really well, and you see them kind of after 4 or 5 hours, they're not in a result yet, you want to see them do a sale or something, you want to see them do something like watch an appointment or whatever you're going there for, make sure you've got time to give it fully. Your presence is ultimate, primary, like it's huge. If you go there and you feel kind of you're held hostage by your results, you're not really committed to what you're there for, and you'll come back again empty-handed. Give time, invest into what you want to achieve, and really give it a go. Make sure you do come back with something that you do find. Most of the time you find what they're doing is the same, you just make a big problem about it. But it's good to see the whole chapter unfold rather than watching half of it and assuming the rest, right? Because you're going to regret it afterwards. Trust me, you'll see something happen and think, why did I miss that bit out? I missed the fun stuff here, or something exciting happen afterwards as well. Try and be there and really invest time with the person you're working with. And get people who you're going with to show you their investment into the trip as well. Make sure they have an agenda and they show it to you. Make sure they've earned the right to go on the trip. Don't just do it as you could if you want to, depends on what sort of trip it is. I normally do something where I'm asking each person on my team to repeat their PB within a fortnight. They do it once, they're qualifying. Then they've earned the right. So when they go for the extra sale, they're making money out of it. And when they do get asked to go on the road trip, it's a positive. They've chosen to go. They've earned it. And by earning the right, we know it is by earning or paying for something, you appreciate it a lot more. So make sure the guys you do take with you really appreciate it. The big point that I want to finish off on is to make sure that the road trip is appropriate. Make sure guys are ready. It's planned ahead. It's all sorted out in advance. Your guys are looking at you as the owner of your office, and you're, in a sense, like you're on tour. You're the person they're looking for all the information. You're their friend, their family, the owner, the business partner. You're their kind of transport. You're everything to them. So make sure when you do go, you've sorted things out. It's not always easy for your first road trip to travel away without your owner, without the leaders that you are normally around. But if you plan ahead and use people in your network, like the administration team or the owners and stuff, and even people who are already there to support you through it, you'll come across a lot stronger and you'll come back a lot stronger. Plus the reputation that you'll come back with. Now look at this person, they're they're building their team or whatever. You'll come back as someone who's gone to travel, gone to network, and people even in the city that you are in will take you more seriously at building your team. And that's really what I want to finish on. I want to make sure that you guys, when you do travel, are giving 100%. Make sure that for the last time, patience, presence, and very, very importantly, you gotta have purpose in why you want to go. So always have an idea of what you want to achieve. Don't try and do it all in one go. You might have to go back there a few times and build that relationship up as well with the person you want to travel and work with. And that's all. If you have any questions, write me an email or add me a message afterwards. Thank you.